Hi, Dana Bob here, back in Arborea Paleozoo, episode 16, our first episode in the Hell Creek expansion for the park. And we have Ankylosaurus joining us today. We're going to start out with a little bit of backcall from Hadrosaur Plaza, though. Here we are in the plaza, and there was one feature in the plaza that I hadn't completed when recording the video for the area, and that's the phylogeny sign for the two basic branches of Hadrosaurs, the Saurolophines and the Lambeosaurines. And that was it. So we're going to take a hike now out to the Hell Creek area. There is a lot of open space until we get there, and we've got a couple of bridges to cross coming in from this side. These bridges are, of course, the same ones that I used in another part of the park in order, and just adapted them to the width of the river here. There's still a lot of foliage work to be done. This is the initial setup. So ahead of us on the left is the actual Hell Creek path, and to the right is sort of a crossing over, making a loop so that people can use this as a way to get across the park. As we come up the slope, you see a couple of buildings and also a couple of dinosaur statues on the right. So the statues provide some visual interest for guests inside that building. This is a restaurant. And over here we have our restrooms. So the restaurant is got two of the restaurant modules end to end, and it is enterable from either side. There's a sort of look inside there. Excuse me. You can see some hints of what's coming on the other side. That'll be the next video. And here we have the turnout, where guests can check out the Ankylosaurus. The obvious information screen as necessary to keep our guests informed. And somewhere out there we've got a pair of them, a male and a female, just the two. You can see it's a rather long habitat. Some rocks in the background there. There's actually a small waterfall and a shelter building for the animals one end. That tall section screens the implied pump building, which is behind there and generating the waterfall. You can see there's a fair bit of foliage. I've got feeders scattered around to encourage our animals to move through the habitat, get their exercise while they're getting their food. And they're being elusive at the moment. I see some motion up by the building. Let's get a little closer. Lots of empty space to be improved on to the right. And now that we're a little closer, is that movement going to pay off? I'm not seeing it. Anyway, and dinosaurs like to have a lot of water, so there is a good bit of it in here. They have nest materials for them sort of straight out there in the back of the exhibit. And up we go to get a look at the exhibit as a whole. Pretty straightforward. It's basically just a trapezoid. Nothing revolutionary in the thing. So the animals seem happy in it, and that's what counts. This is their little shelter building where the keepers can come in and prepare food for them and take care of other needs. And the animals can come in and sleep if they want. Very simple. These are low slug animals, so doesn't need a tall building. Sorry, my nose seems a little stuffed today. And now animal time, prowling through the grass. I went with the green skin on this one. They're all good skins, but I seem to have a shortage of green dinosaurs in this zoo. So I'm hoping we'll be getting more thyreophorians. Well, obviously we are getting one in the next update. And that's Stegosaurus finally. An obvious dinosaur to be in game, but the devs have held off for reasons they haven't said in or typed actually in my reading. But Stegosaurus will be back along with Allosaurus, and now we know Pachycephalosaurus, I think, has been revealed. It certainly has been teased in the blurred markers. It was one of those names that seemed pretty obvious. Anyway, we're getting toward the end of this video, and we're at our female now chowing down with terrible targeting. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you got something you'd like to say about it, please make a comment. If you haven't subscribed, do that. The usual YouTube begging for a better place on the algorithm. Next time we'll have more in Hell Creek. You can place your bets on what that will be. And that's it for today. You all take care, be kind to each other out there, and I hope to see you in another video next time. Bye now.